this video, we're bringing you the ultimate guide to Accsoon's wireless video transmission lineup.
We're going to be comparing the big five. We're going to explain the key similarities, the differences, as well as offer our recommendations as to which one is right for you. We're going to start with the more budget-friendly options and then work our way up to the big boys.
We're Sally and Bart from Triostories. Thanks Accsoon for having us. Let's get started. Up first is the CineView Nano. Right off the bat, not to be underestimated, it is literally one of our favourite filmmaking tools ever.
Clocking in at just $100, it turns your mobile phone or tablet into a wireless monitoring solution.
It's the perfect starting wireless transmission point for creators who just want to dip their toes into the world of wireless transmission. The CineView Nano is the easiest to set up and the simplest to use.
Getting into the spec, we're talking up to 1080p 60, up to 4 devices simultaneously. The latency is no more than 60 milliseconds and around 500 feet of range.
So this lets you use your phone as a monitor, and then also you can have 3 other devices connected to it wirelessly through the Ciew app.
So this device is perfect for the people who want to upgrade the screen from the tiny screen on the back of the camera, as well as those who are starting to work as part of a team.
Now we're stepping up to the CineView Quad. This is your classic wireless video transmission.
The entry level to like the more professional solutions. Clocking in at $279 comes with pretty much all of your baseline features that you would expect.
The CineView Quad has a 500 feet range, less than 60 milliseconds latency, and the HDMI and SDI input and output.
And just like the CineView Nano, it can also be monitored through the app on up to 4 devices.
So the step up from the CineView Nano is the SDI, HDMI input and output. So whether you're looking to have a director's monitor on set, whether you're starting to use a focus puller, or whether you want to use a TV as a big production monitor like we did on a recent project, this is the one for you. Next up, the CineView HE and SE.
These two are basically identical with the exception of a few specialized details. The HE only supports HDMI, whereas the SE does HDMI and SDI. However, the HE is far more suited to live streaming with a HDMI loop out as well as a UVC live streaming interface. I hope you're still with me.
The SE version supports both HDMI and SDI.
And both of the versions have quite significantly improved spec in comparison to the previous models.
So the latency is less than 50 milliseconds and the range is up to
1,200 feet, which is a significant improvement over the 500 feet of the previous devices. This spec improvement does, however, come at an extra charge. The HE clocks in at $369
and the SE is $439. These are still considered very affordable wireless transmitters. They are just more specialized than the previous models.
With the price increase, you are getting an improvement pretty much in every aspect of the spec. So the HE is obviously going to be your go-to solution for live streaming. Both of them are going to be better if you're working on like busier sets where there might be more interference, bigger crews, bigger spaces, and therefore require the extra transmission. And the SE is going to be clutch when you're upgrading your workflow to a cinema camera, changing from a HDMI to SDI. Good one.
Nice. Okay, now we're moving on to the flagships.
Little drum roll.
The CineView 2 SDI. This is a little bit more expensive than the SE version at $499. This is like if the HE and SE had a little baby.
It basically merges all the functionality of those two, improves on it slightly, and it's only marginally more expensive.
It features the full HDMI and SDI interface.
It also has the UVC out for live streaming.
It also has an improved range of 1,500 feet.
This is the first transmitter-receiver combo that's kind of designed in the vertical plane.
It just seems much easier to like mount on your rig. Also looks modern and cool. This also has a nice full color LCD screen, so it's really nice to see and set up when you're on set. Also is capped at 1080 60, but it is cross compatible with the Quad, the HE and SE.
Which I think is super, super cool. If you have got the previous models, you can work them into a multicam solution, for example. It doesn't make the previous ones redundant and you know, hit the pocket hard, as they say. Nice.
If we were gonna buy a professional wireless video transmission, this is the one we would go for.
It's going to be able to scale with you as you do in different projects, or maybe you move more into live stream or whatever. It's going to last you a long time. It's super sleek, beautiful. It's a logical investment.
Big fan.
We've got something special to round off the video for you. The big boy, the heavy guns, as it were. The CineView Master 4K.
The daddy of the wireless video transmission. This one is sitting at a significant price increase.
$849 US. But this is the only one from the whole lineup that will give you true 4K 60 transmission. The latency is just 2.5 milliseconds.
Which is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. And the range is 2.5 kilometers. Can we put on the screen how many feet that is? Because that's a ridiculous amount of feet. Well, even if you don't need to be that far away, it does speak to the strength of the signal, which will mean extreme reliability and stability. This guy as well, it's not 2 bands, it's 3 bands. It has an additional 6 gigahertz transmission band. The redundancy is mad.
The Master 4K has an HDMI and SDI, as well as a HDMI loop out, so that it's also perfect for that live streaming.
On top of this, it has a completely unique USB-C video out function as well, which just gives you more options. It's compatible with an Accsoon V-mount battery adapter as well, which is a really good powering option given that this guy will eat quite a bit of battery.
Okay, so this is the size comparison between the CineView Master and CineView SDI.
This is 322 grams without a battery, and this is just over 200 grams, 211. However, you also have to think about the power solutions for the CineView Master 4K, because the MPF battery or the V-mount is also going to be significantly heavier. Now, who is this for? Who is it for?
The professional.
The creme de la creme of filmmakers. You have to basically be looking for something that does 4K, so you have to be able to justify the upgrade to the 4K or the range upgrade.
People with big rigs as well.
Yeah, people with big rigs.
We have quite a small rig.
Speak for yourself, but... Yeah. But yes, we do like the run and gun filmmaking. Right?
So this is not the one that we would go for. As we said previously, we would go for the SDI.
It also has a beautiful colour LCD screen as well. It's really important to note that there isn't just a simply the best solution out there, although the Master 4K is obviously a bit of a beast. The reality is that each one of them is suitable for a certain workflow.
We've made it. We hope you're still with us. Like, the video transmission world can get a bit confusing. We hope we've made that a little bit easier for you to understand.
It can be a little bit spec heavy, but what's most important is to focus on what features you actually need to make sure you get the right solution for you.
Beautiful. Thanks for watching. Sam and Bar here from Triostories.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Accsoon channel.
Bye.
We'll see you around.